and our brothers and sisters. First, I wish to congratulate the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Tamils and British Tamil Forum for organizing this important conference at a crucial juncture. I recall here that most of the countries, including US, Britain and Canada, which participated in the recently concluded Universal Periodical Review of the United Nations, have expressed their displeasure over the steps taken for reconciliation by the government of Sri Lanka and have condemned the increasing violence against Tamil people. I emphasize the opinion expressed by the UN panel of experts in March 2011 about the credible allegations against the government of Sri Lanka for committing crimes against humanity, including persecution and extermination of the Tamil population of the Vanni region. Thousands of Tamils are still languishing in secret detention facilities, and thousands of youths arrested by army are missing. Many allegations of sexual abuses of Tamil women by Sinhala security forces were made, but no mechanism of redress is there to address these issues. Even judiciary is under threat. Many reports have confirmed the infamous white vans, continuing abductions and torture of Tamil youths. Hundreds of Tamils have disappeared and been killed since May 2009. White van abductions and the discovery of bodies is becoming common occurrence in Sri Lanka. While all ethnic groups have been targeted by these practices, the Tamilians continue to be more heavily targeted than other populations. Media persons are also targeted for reporting the abuses of armies. A clear case of genocide is evident from the killings. 31 media persons were killed between 2004 and 2008, among them 27 were Tamil. The government of Sri Lanka is attempting to deceive the international community by closing the internment camps. They did not release the Tamil population to settle at their homeland. Instead, they were relocated to ill-equipped refugee camps without any support. More than 260,000 civilians who have been released from the Manic farm camps have not been resettled to their homeland is an example. Various international human rights organizations have confirmed that the continuous presence of Sri Lankan security forces in traditional Tamil areas and the illegal appropriation of their lands and buildings. The government of Sri Lanka is colonizing Tamil areas by forceful migration of Sinhala people there. The civil life of the Tamil population is stifled with unnecessary intervention of army. The Tamil people are forced to obtain permission from army even for conducting family ceremonies. The army is running saloons and grocery shops in Tamil areas and are indulging in agriculture and fishing too. By doing this, the government of Sri Lanka is denying all sources of livelihood to Tamil and making them dependent. Though the international community is well aware of these facts, but still asks the perpetrators of war crimes to render justice. It is an irony. There is no reason to believe the genocidal Sri Lankan government. Already 3 years have gone. No sign of hope is in sight. So, on behalf of the people of Tamil Nadu, I request all party parliamentary group for Tamils to take immediate and necessary actions for setting up an independent international inquiry to investigate the genocidal war crimes done by the security forces of the government of Sri Lanka. For our part, I assure you that I will raise these issues in the Parliament of India and will work to win the support of national political parties and Government of India in favor of just cause of the Elam Tamils. Thank you.